Insomnia, the crown city of the land of Lucius. It's where the king who protects the land lives, as well as the royal prince. So why is there apparently no exchange rate for Insomnia's currency with Lucius's currency?
Wait, what's a gil?
So you now have the Prince of Insomnia, and therefore the land of Lucius, somehow flat broke as soon as he steps outside of Insomnia. This would be like Prince William stepping outside of London only to discover he's now broke in England.
Nah, sorry mate, we don't accept pounds in England, we only take quid.
But a quid is a pound.
I don't know what to tell you, you're just broke.
Well, fuck. I'm only going to cover this one briefly, because Conan O'Brien already touched upon it in The Clueless Gamer, and I want to be original, damn it, but it's still worth mentioning. It's pretty common in RPGs to have tense as your way to recover HP. Hell, it's been around in Final Fantasy IV, well, forever. But there's a point where you have to take a stance and say, how far am I willing to suspend my disbelief? A tent? Okay, sure, maybe somebody has a backpack or magical backpack on, whatever. Folding chairs? I mean, I guess everyone has butts, and there's storage space in that. A full bag of groceries? Prompto, have you been carrying that the whole time? A fucking cooler and grill? Yeah, okay, suspension of disbelief, still fully intact. Seems normal enough to me. Listen, there's no doubt that Prompto takes some pretty sick photos, but have you ever thought to yourself, maybe these photos are a little too sick? My only point is this. I was there in battle with my bro, Prompto, and I saw him shooting at enemies in the back. So how did he manage to take a photo like this? Remember that time we were battling Leviathan on our speeder bikes? Well, somehow Prompto managed to take this photo. Even while turned into a toad, Prompto managed to take a photo of another character turned into a toad. Sure, Prompto is quite the shutterbug, but the only logical conclusion is that he's Stretch Armstrong and has super long stretchy arms. I'm onto your secret, Prompto. Do you ever get that feeling somebody's watching you? You know what I mean, goosebumps and all. Well, I'm here to tell you that yes, somebody is watching you. Somebody's always watching you. Gentiana's a pretty cool character. That was a play on words. Not only is she a messenger spirit and helper to Lunafreya, but... And after meeting Gentiana, she'll randomly appear in Prompto's photos. Why are you doing this? She's always just there, watching, except semi-invisible because you can only see her in photos. She's like a reverse vampire, or simply a creepy, creepy stalker. Ugh! After finishing FF15, you'll be able to unlock the ability for the regalia to fly. Although that's not strange, that's just badass.
Going down!
And if you can manage it, you can fly the regalia into a tiny strip of road in the mountains and find a secret dungeon only accessible by flying the regalia. Then, if you wait until nightfall, you can enter it. Piteos Runes. This dungeon can only be played with Noctis solo and is filled with puzzles and platforming challenges involving giant hamster balls, pachinko machines, and a huge spike-filled skull-faced wall, which is terrifying. But while that's all odd enough, especially when you consider who would build something like this, nothing can compare to when FF15 turns straight MC Escher. I'm talking about this tricky-ass puzzle involving a giant goddess statue. And no, I'm not doing any camera tricks. This is the actual dungeon. You're in some weird-ass perspective where you're constantly climbing and walking at extreme angles, trying to figure out where the hell you're going in the spatial universe and what's happening as the very platforms you're on rotate around. If there is ever cause for an existential crisis, this dungeon is the one. But I still enjoyed it, although it was a little long. If you enjoyed this video, why not check out my full comedic retrospective on Final Fantasy 15? Or, another 5 Strangest Things video. I mean, it's totally up to you, I'm not trying to force you or anything.